Asian American Girl Club.
My only Asian shirt I could find.
And my only Asian shirt that I could find.
Seoul, South Korea.
Seoul, South Korea. We are back. Everybody.
We're back.
We're back. We're here. I'm queer. Get used to it. She's not. We're going to talk about Beef Season 2, Episode 8. And we're going to do something a little bit different. If you've watched the first 7 episodes, you've probably been like, those are long recaps. And that's fair. I'll take the criticism. But, we're diving in. We're splitting things open. We're talking about it from a writer's perspective, from a therapist's perspective. That's what the channel is.
Right.
And you knew that when you saw the little things fly in and go clink, ding, whatever. Okay? So you already know that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go fast. I'm going to go as fast as I can. I'm going to do a speed recap. So we're going to get into the episode. We're going to recap the season finale of Beef Season 2. And then we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about our thoughts about how it ended. We're going to talk about some of our thoughts on the themes. And she's going to hit it from the therapist thing. I'm going to do the writer's thing. You're going to do the audience thing. Everybody's going to have fun.
I love it. Let's go.
Let's do it. Oh, hey, spoiler alert. We're going to spoil the whole show. This is episode 8 out of 8.
Right. What are you doing if this is your first episode?
Why are you watching this first? And you're watching a recap and then you're like, they spoiled the whole thing. I was going to watch that. Too late. Spoiler alert. All right, let's stop fingering things. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. We start off where we left off with Josh, who got the thing in the neck at his house, and the Korean guy has dangled him from some scaffolding in his backyard, stuffed the thing in his mouth, and he's reading the suicide note that he wrote because the whole plan to execute Josh and pin everything on him is in full effect. Right. So Josh is about to die. Then the scaffolding breaks. Shocker. The whole scaffolding falls down, and through a stroke of absolute luck, he lives. This guy kicks the bucket out of him and everything. He jumps on the dude who tried to kill him and starts wrestling with him, and the guy's about to choke him out. He's about to kill him anyway. This terrible assassin who sucks at his job, who's monologuing. He's choking him out, but then Josh grabs the box cutter that he had and stabs him in the neck. Boom, title.
Wow, good job, babe.
Thank you. This is going to be fun. Let's see if I can do
Intense
this.
scene. It will stay this way and you will obey.
That's right. Very thematic. All right, we're back in Seoul, South Korea with our whole crew, Ava and Lindsay and Ashley and Chairwoman Park and Austin and Lindsay, and everybody's there. Eunice, who's also there, slips the thumb drive to Austin. She's like, I got enough stuff. Then she hops over the fence and books it away. Eunice is gone. Austin is like, I got to swallow this thing. That's the only way for me to keep it safe. We get back to Josh. He goes after the assassination attempt to Troy's house. And he's like, Troy, what's up, dude? Chilling. Everything's normal tonight. How are you? Let's talk about things. Is it cool if we take your private jet to Seoul, South Korea right now? And he's like, okay. And he says, yes. We go back to Seoul, South Korea, and Chairwoman Park and Grandma, her husband, the doctor who killed the lady, are having dinner with everybody that they just welcomed. And the husband is freaking out. Like, they have the phone. We have to figure this out. And Chairwoman Park is like, nah, shut up. I got this. It's fine. It is revealed in this scene to the doctor that Austin understands Korean. And he's like, okay, I didn't even know this guy was Korean. What's the deal? Austin's like, oh, I totally understand everything that you're saying, man. We're cool. Can I get more coffee? Because I'm going to have to get rid of something that's a thumb drive later. I don't know if you have rice and coffee. That would be great.
Ew.
Ava is also there. She's got no idea what's going on. Then homeboy shows up, Mr. Hypothetically Speaking, and he's like, yo, the assassination did not work out. We did not kill Josh. Meanwhile, Josh is back at Troy's house, and after he left the room, he hears him talking on the phone. He's like, what is Troy saying on the phone? Troy's on the phone with the sheriff being like, yo, I got Josh here, the guy who's been stealing from the club, and he thinks I'm on his side, but I'm totally not on his side. If you could come and arrest Josh, that would be dope. He wants me to take him to Seoul, South Korea. I'm not trying to go to Seoul tonight. Get your ass over here and arrest Josh. So Josh books it out of there, goes home, gets Burberry 2, calls his sister, and is like, yo, I got to go to Seoul, South Korea. So you need to watch my dog while I go save Lindsay's life. Everybody is at the hotel, but the hotel is being guarded by full-on assassin level dudes, hopefully more talented than the guy that tried to kill Josh. Lindsay is trying to talk to Ava to be like, yo, I got a message from Josh saying shit's crazy. These people are killers. Could you help me out and call Troy? And she's like, yeah, I heard you guys were stealing from the club. So how about, nah, girl, I ain't on your side. Ain't gonna happen. Meanwhile, Ashley gets an email from the doctor that's like, even though homie tried to kill the baby sperm situation with the IVF, we actually have a viable embryo for you. So if you want to have a baby, just talk to him and fix your marriage real quick, and we're going to totally get a baby for you when you get back. She's like, hey, I'm going to need to get you to agree to not leave me for this Korean girl named Eunice. I need you to stay with me, and we need to have a baby together. And he's like, I would, except for the whole I'm in love with Eunice situation. I'm going to need to be with Eunice. And she's like, what do you mean be with Eunice? I thought we were going to have a baby. And he's like, wait, what? I put alcohol in the sperm. Why is there a baby? And she's like, homeboy, look at this email, because baby is going to happen if you'll stop with the whole Korean banging thing, and we could be together. And she's like, I'm gonna make sloppy joes on Sunday, and you could teach him how to throw a football. Like, it's gonna be dope. Just, here's the deal. Take the evidence that you have on the thumb drive and give it to Chairwoman Park, and she's gonna give us everything we want in this life, and then we can have a wonderful life. And Austin's like, oh man, I don't know. Can I sleep on it? I'm in love with Eunice. In the morning, he goes to get the thumb drive out of the bag, and he's like, where is it? It's missing. And Ashley's like, I don't know about that. Josh arrives in Seoul, South Korea, and he's like, Lindsay, I'm on the way. Don't even worry. Sister's got Burberry too. I'm going to get in a cab, but they grab his ass in the cab. Ashley's like, listen, babe, look at me in my eyes. I promise you I did not take the thumb drive. You must have misplaced it. Maybe the maid came in the night and they stole this shit. Austin's like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm in deep trouble here in Seoul, South Korea. He keeps looking for the thumb drive. Ashley continues to insist that she has no idea where this shit is. But she's like, convenient that you totally lost all of the evidence, though. Maybe we should just get out of here. Josh is hijacked by, hypothetically speaking, and the Dr. Kim, and they're like, yeah, we're taking you to Chairwoman Park. And he's like, we should make a deal. Can you make a deal with me? I'm a deal guy. I'll handle the club when I get back. It's going to be great. Don't even worry about it. Meanwhile, the doctor taps him on the foot and is like, yo, here's the key to your handcuffs, homie. Shh. Josh is like, what? Why are you giving me a key to my handcuffs, homie? And he's like, don't even worry about that. You notice these protests going on outside? Shit's crazy. I recognize that girl. He's like, you don't know that girl. He's like, I do. I did her titties. And then Josh jumps out of the van and punches the doctor in the face. We go back to Troca de Cadroas, or whatever this place is called. Thank you. And Ashley is like, hey, we're really excited for Lindsay and Ava to get the procedures and all of that. So my marriage is going fine. We're going to have a baby. And Austin's like tripping out. He starts seeing this other Korean couple, and he imagines himself as the Korean guy getting berated by the tiger mom. And he's like, I don't know about this whole Mary and Ashley thing. I'm tripping out. Lindsay's like, hey, just as a reminder, I hate you guys so much. Like, just because we're in this together, we ain't in this together. You know what I'm saying? Austin starts tripping out. The doctor comes and is like, yo, let me talk to y'all real quick. And he launches into a beautiful speech about how he regrets his marriage and he feels like life is testing him and stuff like that. So he's like, yo, we got to work together to take out Chairwoman Park. You in? Together, because you speak Korean.
Right.
Austin is like, so I heard him say soup and doctor. I don't really know what he's talking about. So, and they're like, maybe they're making gazpacho or something like that, dinner time. And he's like, nah, man, look, this is the problem. I thought you understood Korean, so I'm not really sure what we're going to do. What I'm trying to tell you is we got to team up together and we got to get Chairwoman Park. So
police,
arrest
Arrest.
Boom. Who shows up? Chairwoman Park. She's like, honey, what's going on? They're like, oh, shit. Boom. Lindsay clocks Chairwoman Park in the face. Straight knockout.
Pretty
She
good.
falls back. They take off. They run through the whole surgery center where Ava's passed the fuck out. They get the biggest string of luck in the world since Josh falling off the scaffolding. And they somehow have a whole John Wick scene where they don't die, which is crazy. They have a whole John Wick scene where they don't die. At the last minute, they close the door and escape. And Dr. Kim shows up to save them at the last minute. And he's like, we got to get out of here. This is going to be bad. Chairwoman Park catches you. It's going to be a problem. So what we're going to do is, oh, wait, I've been shot in the head. And so I'm dead and completely out of the series.
No.
And yeah, tragic ending to Dr. Kim. Austin jumps out a window. Lindsay follows after with Ashley. They run into the streets of Seoul, South Korea. They start booking it. He won the Butkus Award. He's fast. So then they hide behind some fruit and they're like, man, them assassin dudes is right over there. They're going to see us unless we distract them. So he Butkus a fruit all the way past these assassins. It lands on the ground and they're about to escape when Josh shows up on the hill conveniently. It's like, yo, what up?
Fucking Josh.
Everybody's right here. And they're like, oh man, we're totally busted. They're going to get us now.
Wah, wah.
They do totally get him. Chairwoman Park takes Austin, Lindsay, Ash, and Josh. And she's like, gives a whole speech about like, yo, this is life, boy. You need to stop trying to escape the system. And you think you're in love, but really that's just a trick of the system. People are for using. You use people to get what you need. That's what every relationship is. Now, both couples are locked behind these translucent glass windows where they try to make a plan. Lindsay's like, we got to throw the kids under the bus. Josh is like, I don't feel great about that, but you might be right. Maybe we should throw the kids under the bus. And we think that's what they're going to do. They have this beautiful moment with the split screen situation. It's one of my favorite shots in the episode. Very beautiful. They're on the same page, hand through the glass, like they're in prison. Foreshadowing. Ashley is like, yo, so now will you stop with the whole trying to bang Eunice thing and just be with me and have a baby? We could be together if we would just blame everything on the adults because it's their fault and they're rich and we're poor and we're going to get everything we want. Just trust me. Remember what I said about sloppy joes and you can teach them how to throw a football and shit like that? And Austin's like, look, just because your family got divorced when you were little, you be chasing that everywhere you go. You make everything about how people left you and you're just afraid that I'm going to leave you. You don't really love me. And she is heartbroken because she's like, but I thought we were in love. And he's like, no, I've been trying to tell you I'm in love with Eunice. She's like, I give up, but I'm never going to give up on you. We cut back to Josh, who gets the assassin guy in the hallway, and he's like, I would like to meet with Chairwoman Park and confess to everything. Austin is like totally resolute that everything's not going to work out, and Ashley reveals she had the thumb drive the whole time.
Lying
like,
again.
Here's the thumb drive. I'll always love you. Austin escapes through the roof, over the fence, and down the streets of Seoul, South Korea, to give the thumb drive to the police and to be with Eunice. He gets in a cab, he calls Eunice on the phone, and he's like, I love you. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, I love you. And she's like, okay, I love you too. Take the thing to the police. He starts dreaming about his life in Korea with Eunice. And then he immediately changes his mind, goes back to Chairwoman Park, and is like, here's a thumb drive. I'm sorry I was going to betray you guys. The truth of the matter is, I'm going to be with Ashley. They arrest Josh and take him out onto the street. And Lindsay climbs over the police barricade and is like, yo, Josh, I'm sorry. I'm crying. I love you. Let's make out in the street. They make out in the street. They tell each other they love her. And Josh does the one selfless thing in the whole show. We jump to 8 years later. There's still sand with ants on it. And we're back at the club repeating the opening scene from episode 1, bringing out the same beers and everything. Guess who's still there? Troy and Ava, totally in the exact same position that they were at the beginning. And we're expecting to see, maybe we're going to see Josh? Nah, Austin and Ashley taking Josh and Lindsay's place from episode 1. Ashley is now the manager. They got a kid named Ashton. Austin, Ashley, Ashton, and they're in the exact same position. They walk out in the same shot that they did in episode 1 and see Troy and Ava, inviting them again to a double date, just like episode 1 with Josh and Lindsay. They have now become Josh and Lindsay, and even though they have everything that they've ever wanted, they're miserable, or at least Austin is. Meanwhile, Homeboy Josh is in prison being the same guy that he was at the club, hooking people up, dapping up the homies, and making sure that they get what they need, making friends, and being a good dude, learning the real truth about love. He gives some nail clippers to a guy and he's like, be good. Meanwhile, Lindsay, who you can't really see here, but I promise it's her, she's watching her phone in the bathroom. She got new hair. She's in a new house and she's watching the news that Josh is finally getting out of prison 8 years later. He's on there talking about how, you know what? I'm good. I just want everyone I love to be happy. She got a new husband and a daughter and lives in this beautiful house. Meanwhile, Chairwoman Park is visiting the grave of her first husband. The one that she talked about that we think was Whoosh's dad, that she really loves. And she tells him, I have all the wealth in the world, but I miss you. And truthfully, I'm not happy, but hey, that's life. And she cries on the grave of her first husband. Then we zoom out to see this beautiful poetic circle of how everything goes on. I think it's based on some Buddhist shit. Beef.
Wow. You really asked me to contribute a little bit, but like
I didn't leave room for that. I'm sorry.
But that was epic. Hell yeah.
That you could contribute now. We can talk about it now.
That was so good. I was just mesmerized watching you do that. I always knew you had this skill set, but like watching you do it in real time was just so awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That was a really good time. It really makes me regret the hours and hours that we spent recapping the previous episodes when I don't know if it's entertaining, but man, I could have done that faster.
Hey, we live and we learn, babe.
That's right.
That's what life is.
I'm really glad that you were here for that.
Me too. That was so fun. And I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that.
Okay. Well, you should talk. What did you think of the season, babe?
Okay.
And what did you think of the finale? You go first.